Hey, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about today's video because we're going to be going through my 2024 reading journal, which is also the first reading journal I've ever made. And honestly, I love it. I love how it turned out. I really wanted to step out of my comfort zone with what I chose. I chose a galaxy theme, all like B-roll in here, which is very much not my vibe, not something that I would usually go for. I'm very much a pastel girl, and I almost went with that. But I was like, no. I've had those two scrapbook papers for like over 10 years for sure. So I decided, let's use it. Let's be creative. Let's see what we can come up with. And honestly, I really liked it. I like how it turned out. The only thing that I bought for this was a 99-cent scrapbook paper, which was this one. But I used markers and pens and then made stickers for the rest. Let's turn the camera around, and that way we can have an overhead shot of all the spreads. So this is the reading journal itself. I think it's really cute, very much me. I love doodles and sketches. So we have a doodle star here and on the spine, and then along here we also have doodle stars and rose gold foiling. The back of this actually has a pocket for stickers or whatever, and then we have a pen loop. So here I actually do keep stickers that I use throughout the planner. We have some small planet stickers, we have star reading stickers, and then some bigger planet stickers, and you'll see what I use everything for, but I just keep the extras back here. So I think we'll do a quick flip through the whole thing so you can get the vibes, see if it's something that you would want to learn about a little bit more. I'll just go through it quickly, and then we can talk about each spread and how it is that I intend to use each one. So let's get into it. We have the beginning. I just went ahead and took some scrapbook paper, pasted it down, and then put the main scrapbook paper that I've had forever for like 10 years and put it here. But we'll talk about each spread a little bit more. I just want you to kind of see how everything turned out, in case you don't want to wait. This is what it looks like, and of course it's going to be very different at the end of the year when everything's filled out. But like I said, I'll talk about the thought process for each spread. So going to the beginning, like I said, I only used one 8.5 by 11 of this scrapbook. It was like a galaxy one that I had forever. I'm sure you saw the clip of the supplies used, and then I made these stickers. These are stickers also that I just put with tweezers because they're pretty small. And then I ended up using mild liners and then Crayola super tips for the whole spread. And I will continue to use them because every month has a respective color. So this is January and February respectively. I just chose them randomly. There was no rhyme or reason for it. And then I'll show you the rest of the supplies as we go. But yeah, this was just meant to be a title page, and I don't know if I will be able to fit in more than 1 year, which is why I put this, because this is a true like 2024 title page. Because I was thinking maybe I would fit 2025 in here, but I honestly do not think I will, just because I'm reading a lot, so I don't think I will. But a lot of these spreads evolved. They were something and then they turned into something else. This one was just plain, and I had cut out the numbers with the scrapbook paper that I had, and I made these stickers on Silhouette Studio. But then I made another spread which I colored in like this, and I got carried away coloring. It was honestly so fun, so therapeutic, so that's what that turned out to be. And then this is my shelf. So I know that a lot of people just do like the basic shelves, the wooden shelves with like the little window and the moon. I think everybody gets inspo from I don't know what the girl's name is, but I've heard people really like that vibe, and it's very cozy, very beautiful. But I wanted to stay on theme because I appreciate a theme, so I didn't want to fare off of my theme. So I ended up making some rings, like solar system rings, and everything was just freehanded. Like I feel like with bullet journals, it's just you do it as you go. It morphs into something as you go, and I think that's what's the fun about it. So yeah, I decided to put the books on the rings, and then down here, as you can tell, we have a key. So January, February, March, April, and so on all the way till December, and these month colors don't change throughout the whole journal. So I've only filled out 2. I think at this point I've read more, but I don't know if I'll be mixing them up or I'll just be going along. We'll see. But this is my shelf page. Then we have 2 separate pages. So let's focus on this one first before we go into this one. This is the reading goal page. So those bigger planet stickers, as I go, I'll put one and color it in that respective color of the month. So January's color is this one, this mild liner. So that's what I'm coloring them in. And I think it'll be cool to see at the end of the year how many of each month were read. I only fit 100 in here, but if I read more, well then I read more. But there is another page which will cover that and we'll go to that. But yeah, I really like this idea, and I just wanted to make it my own, again, on theme, and use the planets to cover up all the numbers. And obviously here, like 3 is the next one, so we know we've read 2. Pretty basic. Going on to the monthly stats page. So let me give you a little close-up of that so you can see all the little details. So for monthly stats, I just think it's going to be really cool at the end of the year to see it filled out with all the numbers and be able to compare super easily. So we have January to December in the respective colors, and each column has a different thing. Books read, pages read, average star rating, 5-star reads, DNFs, physical, ebook, and audiobooks. So I'll take the marker and I'll put the number like books read, 12, and so on and so forth. And then that way, at the end of the year, I can easily see what it is that I read and how much and all that. Next up, we have an author catalogs page, which is exactly what it sounds like. A bunch of authors with either all of their catalog in here or a lot of it. It just depends on how much I want to read. So like with Robin Hobb, I think I have them all or all the like popular ones, all of the ones in the realm, what is it called? Realm of the Elderlings. And then Abby Jimenez, I have her newer stuff. Sarah J Maas, I have all of the ones that she's written except for that Catwoman book because I'm not reading that. Yeah, and as I go, I check them off and then I color them in. So this was a mistake. I did not mean to color it all black, but I had been doodling and I messed up. The white pen that I tried to use was not working out. The Jelly Roll, I don't know if it was because it was old or because of the marker, but it just wasn't working out. So I ended up just taking black and I just went all over it, and I think it turned out well because it's like space. So I really like this one. Next up, we have the series tracker, which self-explanatory. We have a bunch of series that I want to read this year, with the planets being how many books in the series. So ACOTAR, I've already read it, but I'm rereading it. And then I'll fill them out. There was some like the Realm of the Elderlings and Shadowhunters where I needed more, but I obviously didn't want to cross over in case I wanted more. But who knows, at the end I might actually cross over if I don't add more series onto this. And the little planets at the end of the planner is the stickers that I use. And again, these don't really matter the colors, I'm just coloring them in. Next up, we have 2 separate spreads, but they kind of go with each other. So we have the top books of the month and then the Hall of Fame, which I wish I would have flipped, but oh well. The top books of the month. So I will take little stickers. If you don't know, I used to own a sticker shop. I still have the shop, but it's on hiatus. I don't know if it's indefinite or not, but it's just on vacation mode right now. But yeah, I made stickers, so I still have all the supplies, all the paper, and the machines, all that. So I'll just take a little book, but obviously you don't need any machines. You could just print them or draw them yourself and be good to go. So even if, like, let's say in January I have no 5-star reads, like I have a terrible reading month, it doesn't matter. I still have to choose the top book of that given month, and that's just to see the vibes of the month. So obviously there's 12 books in here because there's 12 months. So that will eventually, there will be no white because they'll have a book cover in here. And then Hall of Fame is all my 5-star reads. So here I will just take little books. And that's why I have this here to show you. If you saw my mini vlog that I posted before, then you saw when I bought this at Michael's. But I'm keeping the books that I've already printed in here. So it's just a bunch of mini books that I'm using for another spread, but essentially it'll be the same thing. I'll take, say Butcher and Blackbird was a 5-star read, I'll put it here, and then let's just say Forget Me Not was also one, I'll put it like that, and it'll just get full of random little books. And I think it'll be cool to see all my 5-star reads, kind of like the Goodreads favorite shelf, but in my reading journal. So that's that. I think it'll be cool. And yeah, again, 2 spreads that I really like. Obviously had a lot of fun coloring these in. Then we have a shopping list, and I just took a super tip and went and made a line on every other one just so that it truly looked like a list. And here I just allowed myself 2 pages to fill in of books that I really want to buy in the year. So we only have one so far, which is Powerless by Lauren Roberts, but as you can see it says title, author, and edition, because the edition was really the important one, because there's so many editions. But like I had the UK paperback, but I sold that because I want the US hardcover. So that's the gist of this, pretty straightforward. Then we have a reading log. Again, we have the title, the author, the page count, and then the star rating. So this is just like a quick reference one, and I allowed myself 4 of these, and it goes up to number 136. So I do not think I will read more than 136 books, so we should be good. But yeah, I just put the title, the author, and so on. So far I have 4 that I've read or I'm almost done with, and that's why they're on there already. And then the last stuff is me actually going in book by book. So obviously read this one first and this one and so on. And as I go, I really like let's take a look at The Assassin's Blade right here. The reason that I like this is because like The Assassin's Blade has what, 5 short stories, and I forget things immediately. So as I read each little short story, I'm writing my thoughts. Like I'm on the last one, which is really the second to the last one, because I messed up because I was reading it audiobook and physical, and I didn't have the Assassin and the Underworld. So I'm reading that one last, which is fine, but I still have some space to write that down. But as I go, I write down my thoughts, and I think this is going to be really helpful for the end, because I have the worst memory, and I think I'm going to be doing a 2023 like tier ranking or recap of my reads, which is going to be a shit show because I did not keep track of what I read. It's going to be interesting, but with this I'll have everything here, because I have the dates I read it, the author, the genre, the format I read it, the star rating, and then some thoughts, and of course the cover, which is some of these. So yeah, that's it for my reading journal. I'm sure it'll fill up with all the books that I read. As you can see, it looks like 6 are gonna fit, but if I have a lot of thoughts, then you know, I'll just tweak it. So what did you think? Did you like it? I really love it. Honestly, I was going into this thinking if it's a mess, it's fine, it's just gonna be for me, but I really ended up loving it. I feel like it's just so fun, and it was a little scary at first because I was like, what if it's so ugly, because I'm not an artist, like but you know, everybody has a little creativity in them. So I hope you love it. If you have a reading journal, if you make reading journals, tag me somewhere. Tag me on Instagram or on TikTok or anywhere really. All my socials are down below, because one thing I love to do is look at journal spreads. Like I love seeing what everybody makes and like how it's different, even if it's just like pen and paper, like that can still be beautiful. So definitely tag me. I would love to see your spreads. And yeah, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon with another one. Bye.